Good morning. Good morning.
Good morning.
Thank you. Welcome to Volunteer State. My name is Dr. Orinthia Montague. I am the fourth president of the amazing Volunteer State Community College. On behalf of the college, we're simply delighted to have you here with us today to celebrate the success of our students. Graduates, honored guests, members of the Volunteer State faculty and staff, parents, family, and friends, we welcome you to the Spring 2022 Commencement. You can cheer. The ceremony this morning will begin with the singing of the national anthem, which is being performed by Garrett, and Garrett, please don't get me, Philander. Garrett is a student in our Associate of Fine Arts Music program and is due to graduate this December. He'll be accompanied by Assistant Associate Professor of Music, Nicholas Reynolds. Please rise if you are able for the singing of our national anthem.
They have me on the mic right here.
Sorry, Garrett.
They have me on this one. Sorry. Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you, Garrett and Professor Nicholas, for that wonderful performance. Everyone, please be seated. Woo! Today is a culmination of hard work and resiliency. It is an opportunity for you to be recognized for your success. We are thankful for all of our graduates and grateful for what you have given to Volunteer State, your commitment, your effort, and your achievement. So many members of our campus community showed impressive commitment, resiliency, and perseverance amid uncertainty. They've supported and encouraged each other while going to extraordinary lengths to ensure success inside and beyond the classroom. A group whose constant support you may not have known about is the Volunteer State Community College Foundation. We are grateful to acknowledge this foundation here today. This is a separate nonprofit that raises money for scholarships, of which many of you all have benefited, and other projects for the college, as well as for students. Members of the foundation continually use their generous gifts of time, guidance, financial resources, and emotional support to make it possible for many students to graduate from Volunteer State, a significant number of them debt-free. Thank you. Graduates, you have great talent and promise, and you have proven that you can set goals and accomplish them. You are our future, and we anticipate and we know that you will go on to make significant contributions to both your profession and your communities, locally, statewide, and globally. We hope that your time here will continue to inspire you to fulfill all of your goals and desires. At this time, I would like to take the opportunity to introduce the platform party. On the platform today are members of the college leadership team, along with special guests. Please stand as I introduce you. Ms. Karen Mitchell, Vice President for Resource Development and Executive Director of the Foundation. Dr. Jennifer Brazina, Vice President for Academic Affairs. Ms. Beth Carpenter, Vice President for Business and Finance. Mr. Nicholas Bishop, Esquire, Vice President for Economic Development and Workforce. Dr. Emily Short, Vice President for Student Services. Jennifer James, Associate Professor of Communication and Faculty Council Speaker. Dr. Carol Busey, our commencement speaker today and Professor of History. And Ms. Lori Johnson, our Distinguished Alumna of the Year. I also want to extend a special welcome to the additional Board of Trustees members in attendance today. Lisa Byers, Grace Tompkins, who is a past chair, and Tommy Tompkins, a member of our investment committee. We also have the chair of our Alumni Advisory Council joining us today, Ms. Evelyn Hill. You may have noticed, I think it's somewhere right here to my right, a ceremonial piece being carried in by Jennifer James at the start of today's commencement ceremony. This is known as a mace, and it signifies the solemn and official importance of this ceremony. As a side note, Tommy Tompkins, husband to Grace, is a retired member of Crescent Manufacturing. When he found out that our original mace was destroyed after the tornado the college experienced in 2006, he called on his contacts and had this custom piece made for us. I believe Tommy is also a recent former student of Dr. Carol Busey, as he has returned to classes just for the fun of it, taking advantage of our free coursework for folks over a certain age. Thank you for joining us today, Tommy. I would also like to take a few moments to thank those who have contributed to making this day a great occasion. Thank you to Garrett and Nicholas Reynolds for the musical presentation. The Commencement Committee, which has done an outstanding job of planning and organizing down to the detail. Our Student Services Division, especially the staff in the Records Office, who worked very hard to make today possible. Many team members within Media Services, and our fiscal plant and campus police have worked tirelessly to make preparations and to help keep me on track. So thank you for the job well done. At this time, I want to introduce to you this year's Volunteer State's distinguished alumna. Please give me a warm welcome. Please give a warm welcome of applause to Lori Johnson.
Good morning. Wow. Beautiful faces, beautiful day. It's your day. We're going to celebrate. You finally made it, plus made it through a pandemic. This is challenging enough, but having to go through these past 2 years in a pandemic, kudos to you guys. Kudos to the professors. I know each of you had to do your part. You had to tweak, you had to be flexible, you had to come up with new ways to be innovative and continue educating these students, so kudos to you guys as well. So congratulations on a job well done. I've sat where you've sat, and it is a lot of work, dedication, and sometimes tears, but you did it. And I know your family and friends here representing you today have to be very, very proud of you. So, as I thought, what would I talk to you about today? I thought, well, let's just go from the beginning. It started the day I was born. Just kidding. You can relax, Karen. This is only like a 7-minute. I can say I have come full circle. Let me explain. When I graduated high school many years ago, I didn't have the means to go to college. No one in my family had ever been to college. I didn't know about financial aid. I didn't know about scholarships. You can say I was a little green and naive. So I didn't come to college right out of high school. I decided to work for a little while, save up enough money so I could at least pay for my first semester. So that's what I did. I enrolled, paid for that first semester, made it through it with a few little bumps along the way, but I did make it. So I decided, okay, I'm going to enroll in my second semester. But I knew I was going to have to work full-time in order to pay. I'm the middle of 5 children. I was raised to believe you always pay as you go. So again, green and naive, didn't know I could go to financial aid and get assistance. So I enrolled, but needless to say, when the bill came due, I couldn't pay it. So I had to withdraw from my classes. But I knew I'd come back one day. So let's roll ahead about 15 years, and I was finally able to come back. I had the good fortune of working for a company that actually offered tuition reimbursement, so I re-enrolled, and this time I made it through. Thank you. That was not a dramatic effect, pause, I promise. Within the next year or two, let me back up. Before I re-enrolled, I actually had to put college to the side. That's why it was 15 years. I actually got married, had my first child. That became my first and only child. That became my focus. And so I finally was able to come back to college. I was able to finally realize I saw the vision. I could see my dream coming true. So after I graduated, I had the good fortune of actually coming to work for Vol State. I worked in the foundation that Dr. Montague mentioned earlier. And so now I could help students complete their dream. I loved my time at Vol State. While employed, I continued my education, obtaining both my bachelor's degree and my master's degree. After finishing my master's degree, I had the opportunity to advance in my career. It was bittersweet because I loved Vol State and it was hard to leave, but it was an opportunity that I just felt like I couldn't pass up. However, I got to remain part of Vol State. I remained active with Vol State by serving on multiple committees within the foundation. And then a few years later, became one of the board trustees. And actually, just a couple of years ago, served as the board chair. And now here I am, standing in front of you as you're a distinguished alumnus. So that's what I mean when I say I have come full circle. So I'm a bit of a movie buff. If you've ever seen the movie City Slickers, Billy Crystal's character, Mitch Robbins, he was struggling somewhat with a midlife crisis. But two of his friends encouraged him to join them on a 2-week cattle drive out west. So he reluctantly went. But this is where they met Cowboy Curly. Now, Mitch was kind of put off by Curly at first. He thought he was rude, abrasive, and a little scary, so much so he didn't know that they would survive the night. But as he built a relationship with Curly, Curly not only taught the 3 men how to become real cowboys, but he taught them a few little things about life. In one conversation with Mitch, Curly told him, "You want to know the secret to life?" Mitch was like, "Yes, tell me, Curly, what is the secret to life?" He said, "It's one thing." Mitch was like, "Okay, tell me, what is that one thing?" He wouldn't tell him. Through their conversations, he kept asking Curly, "Tell me what the one thing is." He finally told him, "It's up to you. You need to find that one thing." So today I'm going to encourage you to go out into this world and find your one thing. George Bernard Shaw stated, "Life isn't about finding yourself. Life is about creating yourself." I believe Volunteer State put me on the path of creating myself. Through Vol State, I have learned a lot about myself and what a difference I could make in this as a student, as an employee, and now as a board member. Life is not a problem to be solved, but a reality to be experienced. So take this experience that you have had at Vol State and go into the world and find your one thing. If you ask me what my one thing is, I would have to say it's giving back in a way that impacts others and changes lives. I know the difference Vol State made in my life. As a former employee and as a board member, I have seen firsthand the difference Vol State makes in the life of its students. Because of Vol State, I was able to complete my dream of obtaining my degree. This was the first step on that path. It was a huge step for me. I know that there are many of you that are going on to pursue further education. Some of you are going directly into the workforce. I challenge each of you, as you do this, to find your one thing. And if you believe as strongly as I do that Vol State puts you on this path, I encourage you to give back. I encourage you to stay connected. The foundation actually has an Alumni Association scholarship. This scholarship is funded by alumni and is awarded to the family member of an alumnus. By giving to this scholarship, you could be the difference in someone's life. So life is never easy, but dream anyways. Dream big and go and find your one thing. Thank you again, and congratulations.
Thank you, Lori. Our commencement speaker today is one of our most treasured faculty members and currently serves as professor of history. She's a highly respected historian of Tennessee history as well as an author. Please give an extremely warm welcome to Dr. Carol Busey.
And some of you who are my students probably thought you weren't going to have to listen to me again. I'm glad to see so many of you, and I am indeed honored to be here and have this chance to say a few words of my experience and the things that I have learned along the way. There's probably no more respected American poet than Robert Shaw. You started learning some of his verses when you were in 4th or 5th grade. You relearned them again in middle school, high school, and if you've taken American literature here, you've also learned some of those poems and learned the deeper meanings behind his poems. Stopping by the woods on a snowy evening. Whose woods these are, I think I know. You can finish the rest of that verse for me, I'm sure. But that poem is really about taking the time to slow down and look at your surroundings. Look around you at the hills, the trees, the flora, the fauna. Enjoy what you see right here where you are. A second poem that he wrote that almost every one of you must remember is the poem, The Road Not Taken. And in the beginning, when Robert Frost wrote that poem, he was writing it as kind of a joke because he hiked quite regularly with a fellow poet, and the fellow poet was one of these people, you've known some of them, that you say, well, what do you want to do tonight? And the person will say, well, whatever you want. No, you make the decision tonight. Oh, well, I don't know what I want to do. And somebody always has to say, okay, we're going to take this path. And then the person who is not the indecisive one grouches the whole way along the road. So this poem was written as a joke because his friend could never make up his mind which path to take when they were out on a walk. And after he had gotten this verse written, he went into his college class and read this, but didn't tell them the backstory. And his students apparently were very moved by the poem because the poem somehow spoke to them. Now, I'm a historian, and I never say anything quickly. I have to give all the background, all the situation, and tell the backstory between all of the characters. But poets I have great admiration for because they are, in a few words, able to craft such a profound amount of wisdom in the few verses that they have written. And this poem, The Road Not Taken, is absolutely no exception. It is a poem about choices. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and being one traveler, long I stood. Now you know the rest of this poem as well. You have come to a place where there's a fork in the road. You've got to make a decision. You can't put it off. And then you go down one, you make the choice, and suddenly what do you see? A bend in the road. And for some, that bend makes no surprise, it makes no difference. For others, a bend in the road really makes you nervous, not knowing what is around that bend. That is always frightening to some more than others. And so you take the road not with the bend, but the one that doesn't have the bend, and yet you're satisfied in the end. You have no regrets because that road somehow, as Mr. Frost wrote, made all the difference. Now, life is full of choices. And many of you made the choice to come here, and I applaud that decision. Now, for some of you, you had a little from your parents. You weren't exactly having this in your future. You were thinking more about going over to Tennessee Tech, living in an apartment, partying all the time, and your parents said, well, we'll see after you get through Vol State. And so you didn't exactly make that choice, but then there are others of you who made the choice deliberately to come back. Some of you started Vol State and it just wasn't for you. You were not ready for what college offered, and yet somewhere along the way you made the decision to try again. And thanks to our state government providing the Tennessee Promise to high school graduates and Tennessee Reconnect to returning students, we are able to provide you, the taxpayers of Tennessee are able to provide you with an education. And now you've completed this little hike on this road, and now you're going to have to make some big life decisions. They somehow get bigger along the way. I'm not quite sure why, but you're going to have other things to think about and other things to do. One of my great pleasures is reading novels. I read all kinds of novels, long ones, short ones, well-written ones. If it's not well-written, I've gotten to the age now that I can close it and say, I don't have that much time left to waste on that book. But nonetheless, I read novels. And just a few weeks ago, I read a novel that was about regrets and choices. It wasn't by intention. I had just come to the top of the list at the public library. So I read the book. But what intrigued me about this book, and what I will always remember, is that there was a character in this book, a school librarian. Be nice to the librarians. They can be the most helpful people anywhere. Be nice to a librarian. Hug a librarian sometime. They'll be terrified if you do that. So the librarian played chess in the library, and sometimes she played by herself, and students would come and join her, and that playing the game enabled students to talk and share their worries and share their concerns and the things they were scared of. And so along the way in this book, an interesting statistic came out, and in it, she had told a student trying to make a choice. Did you know that if you play chess, after 8 moves, there are more than 288 billion other possibilities for winning that game? Now, I must say, and part of this is being trained as a historian, I'm a fact checker. I look at people's footnotes and see if I can find that source that they used. I'm intrigued by information like this, so I went and tried to find out how many moves were there. And sure enough, it was right. It seems that right after World War II, as computers had just begun to be used, a mathematician who was also an electrical engineer came up with this formula and was able to determine by doing advanced math how many choices a chess player had to make. Now, you make choices every day. Some of them are inconsequential. You never think about it. You decide whether you're going to wear your socks or not socks. You decide whether you're going to wear tennis shoes or stilettos. You make choices every single day. And some of those choices certainly are monumental and certainly important for the rest of your life. And I applaud you for your decision to come to Vol State. I happen to know from talking to some of you that some of the high school students around in the area schools sometimes make fun of Vol State, and that irks me to death to hear that. They say, well, you know, it'll be cheap and easy. It's grade 13 and 14. You'll get through it, but you're not going to have any fun. And, you know, they really diminish what we are trying to do here. Now, I'm going to tell you a secret. Those friends are dead wrong about this place. I will match the teaching of these people sitting right here with the quality of classroom teaching, student interaction, giving students access to the professor, and being committed to student success. I will compare that bunch over there to any four-year school in the state of Tennessee. It's a deep, dark secret that nobody seems to know. And I'm not talking about just the state schools. I'm talking about the elite private schools. I'm talking about the religious colleges. I'm talking about all the four-year schools in Tennessee. I will match the classroom teaching with any school in the state here. You should be proud, and hopefully when you get to the next stop in education, if it is a four-year school, they're going to say, wow, You are so prepared. Where did you go to community college? And you're going to say, Volunteer State. We are proud of what we do here at Vol State. We want to help you. We want you to succeed. So I'm going to leave you with a few just things that I think you need to focus on and think about and try to live. In some ways, I think right now we're at this transition stage as a country and as people. And one thing I worry about is people losing their lack of curiosity. Curiosity is innate in children when they are born. If you have ever seen a child when they get to about 3 or 4 weeks old, and suddenly those little eyes light up and they smile. Now I tell you, there is nothing quite like seeing that. Oh, am I special, says the mom or the dad or the grandparents of that child. And with every passing week, these children get more and more curious. Hey, look at me. I can get up on my arms. What are those things behind there? Knees. I can get up on my knees. I can crawl. I can pull up on that chair. I can get into the trash can. I can pull all the toilet paper off of the roll. I can eat the dog food. I am a real person. And so somewhere along the way, that curiosity seems to often get stifled. I'm not sure how it happens. Life intervenes, life becomes more complex. Curiosity leads to creativity. And you can't have creativity without taking some time to actually think. Stopping by the woods on a snowy evening, for example, looking at the dogwoods, the beautiful landscaping here on our campus. Curiosity leads to creativity. Everybody in this room, from the tiniest baby to the oldest great-grandparent here, has a spark of creativity in them. And I don't want you graduates to lose it. You know, William Butler Yeats, an Irish poet, wrote a line about teaching. He wrote lots of lines, but one of the things he said was, teaching is not the filling of a pail. And certainly some of you, when you walked in the door here to your first class, thought they're going to fill your bucket up with information, with a lot of facts, and then you're going to be done. Teaching is not the filling of a pail. It is the lighting of a fire. Now, I'm the first to admit that some sparks are a little bit harder to ignite than others, and my colleagues over here would agree to that. But we have not done our job if we don't light a spark in at least some of our students. So allow that spark in you to be lit. Take time to think. Take time to enjoy life. Another thing I really worry about is that we're losing our sense of community. I see more and more students here who are alone. When I first started teaching here, you could walk down the halls, any of the buildings on campus, where there were a hubbub of students. They were outside the buildings, laughing, talking, joking. They were sitting outside, chatting, talking, having a good interaction with people they had never really had met before. And now I walk down the halls, and even if there's students there, the halls are strangely silent. I walk into a classroom, my students are there, the classroom is strangely silent. And it's not because somebody has told them, you better beware of her, she'll scare you to death. That was not the reason. what has happened to our curiosity about other people to meet people who are different from us, to interact with those people and consider the possibility that you might have something in common with that person. Take a risk, as is often said in some circles today. Take a risk and do this and go forward. Everybody needs a community. Everybody needs a support system. And work to achieve a sense of community wherever you go. How many of you ever read Doonesbury cartoons? I know this crowd over here may. Some of the people in the bleachers will read Doonesbury cartoons. Doonesbury was a cartoon strip that's been written since the 60s by Gary Trudeau. Now, Gary Trudeau and I are approximately the same age. We came through the 60s together. We certainly didn't go to the same college, but he started this comic strip during the 60s, and he has kept it going and still continues to keep this cartoon strip going even today. Gary Trudeau is especially sympathetic to the plight of first responders and veterans. He has done a tremendous amount to help veterans around the country. And so a couple of weeks in his Sunday cartoon, you have one of his longtime characters. His characters have aged as he has aged, and this man is a veteran. And he has invited another veteran to come and stay at his house with his family, mind you, until the veteran can get back on his feet. In other words, the friend doesn't have a place to sleep. And so his daughter is questioning this. Why did you bring this guy into our house? And the character says, because I'm celebrating I Am Alive Day. And all of us should be celebrating I Am Alive Day. We don't know what the future holds. We don't know what's going to happen next. Students and adults of all ages make decisions projecting out into the future, but then something happens. COVID comes along, and suddenly we're looking for a job. Suddenly we're selling our car. All of these things happen. So accept today as a gift and be happy to be alive and to be wherever you are today. There is no greater thing than to be satisfied. Yes, there will not be good in every day, but there will be some good in every day. Something good. And I can tell you that in my darkest moments, when my father died suddenly, just dropped dead, my brother died of AIDS, and my mother died of just a long life that she had lived to the fullest. In those dark days of grieving, there was always some joy that came to me from my support groups. So support groups are important, and take the joy, seize the joy wherever you can find it. Walk out of here today with your head held high. You have accomplished something. Be joyful. Be grateful for what you have, and be grateful for who you are. In closing, I want to read a quote to you from Howard Thurman. Howard Thurman is a name that most of you probably don't recognize. He is was a highly respected theologian and the chaplain at Howard University in Washington, D.C. for many years. And this is what he said that I actually wrote on a little note card and generally read it pretty much every day before I eat my breakfast. There must always be remaining in every life some place for that which is breathless and beautiful. Some place where you can hear, metaphorically speaking, of course, where you can hear the singing of angels. Be joyful. Live your lives to the fullest. Thank you very much. Wait a minute, I forgot. I've got to pass out the blank maps of Tennessee and have you all draw the Tennessee and Cumberland River on it. No. I hope some of you can still remember how to do that. Thank you so much.
Oh, let's give Dr. Carol Busey one more hand. Isn't she a treasure? You are a treasure. You are a treasure. Well, welcome. I am Jennifer James, and I represent Vol State faculty and serve as the Faculty Council speaker. It's my privilege today to present some awards. These are the Division Excellence Awards and the Outstanding Graduate Award. Let's begin with the Division Excellence Awards. The faculty from each academic division have selected students from their areas who have demonstrated outstanding achievement as they've completed their degrees. Students, as I read your names, please stand to be recognized for each award. For the Math and Science Division, the award goes to Abigail Minchie. Right? The Humanities Division selected Elizabeth Chandler. For the Health Sciences Division, Caitlin Josephs. Caitlin. The Social Science and Education Division, Boyd Schulteis. The Business and Technology Division selected Pamela Carrillo Rangel. The Janice Sisk Nelson Award for Outstanding Business Graduate is Robert Rigsby. And finally, the Teresa Tidwell Moore Award for Outstanding CIT Cyber Defense Graduate goes to Jason McGuire. Congratulations to all our award recipients. Before I announce our Outstanding Graduate Award, I want to recognize the hard work and success of all of our graduates. On behalf of Vol State faculty, congratulations to every single one of you. We know, yes, go ahead. We know how much you've sacrificed to be here today. The late nights studying, the struggle to balance work and family and school, and of course, the stress and uncertainty of going through college in the midst of a global pandemic. So you were determined, you persevered, and you did it. You are graduating today. Congratulations. Give yourself a hand. The faculty are so proud of you. And just for a moment, I'd like you to think about those folks sitting to your right, the faculty of Vol State. And I want you to think about one faculty member in particular. You know the one who lit a spark under you, the one who inspired you, the one who encouraged you, maybe even challenged you a little bit. Think about that faculty member. Think about the faculty member who, without their help, you wouldn't be here today. And I want you to give them a big standing round of applause. Thank you so much. I almost didn't do that because Dr. Busey did such a fantastic job recognizing the work of our faculty. So 7 of you were nominated for the Outstanding Graduate Award, and I'm proud to announce the winner of that award now. The winner of this award is a returning student, a husband and father, and an Army veteran. His journey to this stage was not an easy one, however. He served 8 years in the U.S. Army as a healthcare specialist before deciding in fall 2019 to come to Vol State to study in the Medical Laboratory Technology program. Of course, we all know what happened the following spring. As the world shut down and the entire college went online, he saw his fellow adult students struggling to switch to an online environment. So he volunteered to be a Pioneer Connections peer mentor, to help others navigate eLearn, and in his own words, to help lighten the load for instructors whose time was stretched thin trying to help all of their students with the transition. For this work, in part, our nominee was recognized by the Chancellor of the Tennessee Board of Regents, Dr. Flora Tidings, and he received the Chancellor's Commendation for Military Veterans, an award given to veterans who represent the highest ideals of military service. In addition to his work as a peer mentor, our nominee was also a member of the MOCAS, Men of Color Achieving Success, and served as Vice President of the Black Student Association. As his professor, Program Director Kimberly Helton observes in his nomination letter, his past military experience has made him a natural leader among his peers. He is never afraid to dive in and do the hard work it takes to be successful. His dedication and maturity were remarkable when, in August of 2020, as he was in the middle of a very ambitious, accelerated medical lab curriculum, he lost everything in the devastating Waverly floods. He lost his home, he lost 2 vehicles, and he lost most of his possessions. Professor Helton continues, not only were all of his worldly possessions lost, but it also became necessary to split up his family. His wife and his son moved to Las Vegas to live with family, while he stayed here in Middle Tennessee to continue working on his program of study. Despite all of these hardships, he refused to give up or fall behind. In fact, according to his professors, he only turned in 2 late assignments. So because of this determination to achieve his goals and his willingness to help others achieve their goals, he was chosen by his professors to be awarded the Outstanding Graduate Award. And I'm very proud to present this award to Ladarius Roberts. Congratulations.
Slight deviation from what you will see in your program. Point of presidential privilege. I'm known for this around campus. I want to take this opportunity to recognize Jennifer James, our faculty speaker. I began my tenure at Volunteer State on September 1st, 2021, and I want to acknowledge all of the hard work and grace Jennifer and the faculty have given me to learn about Volunteer State and how to work with them. We do our monthly meetings to talk about strategies and things that can enhance the classroom experience for our students, the faculty viewpoint, so that I get a better understanding. And I know it's a difficult thing to talk to me about that kind of stuff. But she has done a tremendous job, and I want her to be recognized today. If you would join me at the podium, please. On behalf of Volunteer State, the entire cabinet, we would like to present this to you.
It's my pleasure at this time to recognize those students graduating with honors as designated in the program. You'll notice that some graduates are wearing different color stoles or medallions representing their membership in either our academic honors program or one of our honor societies. All honors recipients are wearing gold tassels. Will all of the honors graduates please stand as you are able? You may be seated.
We knew that was going to happen. As we move to the most important part of today's ceremony, we are getting to it, y'all. It's almost there, okay? Stay with us, stay with us. I'd like to introduce you to Hillary Marabetti. Among her roles here at Volunteer State, Hillary has always done an outstanding job of reading the graduate names. We are fortunate to have her here with us again. Dr. Jennifer Brzezina, Vice President of Academic Affairs, will you present the graduates?
Will the Volunteer State graduates please rise and remain standing? Madam President, I have the honor of presenting to you our candidates for graduation. They have met or will meet all of the requirements for the appropriate certificate or degree. These candidates have been evaluated and recommended by our faculty. I recommend the conferral of their degree and the awarding of their certificates.
Graduates, wait for it. By the authority of the Tennessee Board of Regents, Chancellor Flora Tidings, and the Tennessee General Assembly, I confer upon you the appropriate degree and certificate earned. You may be seated. Graduates, please come forward. First row.
Receiving a technical certificate, Adria Harris. Taylor C. Burnett. Grace Elizabeth Crouch. Olivia K. Flam. Victoria N. Manning. Shayla Clifton. Lolita Noble Lai. Vonlika S. Heron. Cheyenne D. Stone Anderson. Grace Damo Mercado. Angelisa Rios. Receiving the Associate of Applied Science, Tyler Russell Wren. Stephen P. Gabler, summa cum laude. Jonathan Edward Arnold, cum laude. Kiana Nicole Moss, magna cum laude. Emilicia L. Waugh. Hannah J. Kozlowski, summa cum laude. Ashley Nicole Brady. Rosa E. Sampoña. Joseph B. Hubard. Lorenzo Holt, Jr. Nathan Allen Garcia Button, magna cum laude. Maddox D. Couch. Kiana A. Lawhon, magna cum laude. Haley A. Parrish. Layla Heyman, cum laude. Tammy Lachelle Beverly. Angela G. Helson Hasty. Michael A. Massey. Jacob A. Shelton. Denisha M. Bowman. Andrea Peterson. Maria M. Badillo, cum laude. Caitlin Joy Hicks. Eli Connor Harris, magna cum laude. Lucina Stupinska, summa cum laude. Jason William Cabler, summa cum laude. Colton Nathaniel Wade, summa cum laude. Courtney Mizzoni, cum laude. Dylan Christopher Belcher, cum laude. Alexis Deshay Wicks, cum laude. Landra Bell Stafford. Abeline Hernandez Ambris, cum laude. Lily Haven Honeycutt. Stephanie Alice Strieger. Gracelyn M. Shelton, magna cum laude. Robert Lee Rigsby, magna cum laude. Grayson Celine Catherine Lewis, summa cum laude. Taylor Amelia Absher, summa cum laude. Sarah E. Kennedy, cum laude. Bo Hayden Gibbs, magna cum laude. Samantha Lynn Dix, cum laude. Lisa Ann Ilacqua, cum laude. Donald Ross McCluskey, cum laude. Nathan Matthew Mack, cum laude. Robert Chaffee Elam, summa cum laude. Andrew Alexandrovich Yalisiev. Morgan Renia Adams. John Wesley Watkins III. Scott David Baker. Logan Dermot Corter. Brian Scott Moore. Jessica A. Kiersitz. Olivia Nicole Head, summa cum laude. Jose Gabriel Velasquez. Molly Kate Armstrong. Sonia J. Burton. Brooklyn S. Brown, summa cum laude. Renee G. Robb, magna cum laude. Madison B. Pippin, magna cum laude. Aaron Dwayne Haddix, summa cum laude. Cody Bell, cum laude. Brian S. Toney, summa cum laude. Logan Gonzalez, magna cum laude. Brooklyn Cheyenne Watson. Ashley M. Coulter, cum laude. Amanda Lauren Paxton. Laurel Caston, cum laude. Andrew J. Bryant. Dawn Marie Jellison, magna cum laude. Caitlin N. Reeves, summa cum laude. Amber Lee Ramsey. Megan Nicole Boone. Write it down. Back out. Yeah. Brittany A. Bryant, cum laude. Erica K. Aiken, cum laude. Evelyn M. Moothart, magna cum laude. Leah H. Wood, magna cum laude. Presley Nicole Greco, magna cum laude. Kayla Marie Parker, cum laude. Megan L. Patch, summa cum laude. Mackenzie Kate Burton, summa cum laude. Erin Jane Romero, cum laude. Casey Jean Cook, magna cum laude. Christina Flannery, cum laude. Dana Grisham Sloan, cum laude. Erica Blagg. Mariah Michaela Moore. Caitlin M. Josephs, summa cum laude. Daniela Ikob, summa cum laude. Sean Sullivan. Joshua D. Sheeran, cum laude. Jacob Adam Ramsey, cum laude. William Bratz. Karen R. Labram, cum laude. Darina Marie Jones, cum laude. Samantha Renee Lang. Pascal Tornu. Patrick Wayne Gutowski. Luz Araceli Ramirez Gomez. Ladarius Cortez Roberts. Caitlin Nicole Cook, cum laude. Lydia Ann Verhey. Sadie R. Taylor. Christina Nicole Callahan. Inés Mary Morales Fontanes. Elena G. Colson. April Renee Brown, magna cum laude. Aaliyah Nicole Blakeney. Riley F. Peterson, magna cum laude. Riley Michelle Cornstubble. Leo Stephen Frost. Crystal D. Arnold. Karen S. McCrary, summa cum laude. Litzy G. Agudo, cum laude. Tiana N. Stewart, magna cum laude. Teresa Harmer, summa cum laude. Mackenzie Taylor Pullman, cum laude. Gabrielle Ann Becker, cum laude. Amanda Gail Jolly. Jackie Clark. Monica Jane Fowler, cum laude. Ashley Elizabeth Glidewell, cum laude. Janae R. Derflinger. Jenna Howard, cum laude. Lori Elizabeth Fuqua, cum laude. Sheila G. Woods, summa cum laude. William Cody Ferguson. Corey Michael Francisco, summa cum laude. Samuel Lloyd Kinnear. Josiah Brett Walters, magna cum laude. Jordan T. Sager, cum laude. Sharia Otto. Najib Warner. Karenna Lene Maxwell, summa cum laude. Jessica Elena Knight, cum laude. Alexandria Nicole Howard. Rebecca Janine Thacker. Haven Shay Campbell. Tori Jean Reagan. Abby Danielle Slater. Eric Jones. Christopher Lamont Malone, magna cum laude. Amy C. Lamar. Bailey M. Jones. Isata Sharif. Yolanda Nguyen. Receiving the Associate of Science, Rebecca C. Moore, summa cum laude. Annabelle L. Gollister, summa cum laude. Serena Kramer, cum laude. Lori Jeanette Martin, cum laude. Frida G. Miller. Jamie Cartwright, cum laude. Gina B. Romies. Sydney Grace Williams, cum laude. Sydney M. Harris, cum laude. Benjamin Chase Birdwell, cum laude. Move them faster, faster. Dylan Nathaniel Pennick. Bailey Gabrielle Guy, summa cum laude. Tylee Alexa Tomasetti. Cameron Elise Brandon. Miana Tayel Kaysen. Christine Denise Longmire. Christina R. Witt. Bonnie Ogni Benny. Ashlyn Danielle Cole, magna cum laude. Alyssa Nicole Weatherspoon, summa cum laude. Delaney Nicole Hunter, summa cum laude. Casey R. Piercy. Shakira Campbell. Matthew Joseph Siciliano, summa cum laude. Sebastian Ruben Sandu. Leslie A. Ruffing, magna cum laude. Nyasha L. O'Keefe, cum laude. Caitlin Taylor Gamble, cum laude. Patrick Michael Richardson, cum laude. Pithaya B. Mamolo. Tristan Allen Marathu, magna cum laude. Elijah K. Evans. Nathan D. Smith, summa cum laude. Summer Deshay Cherry. Rebecca Deanne Corter, magna cum laude. Brittany K. Wagner, cum laude. Callie Reese Thomas. Shaylin Nicole Abbott, magna cum laude. Kaylee Alexandra Claiborne, magna cum laude. Aaliyah H. Bledsoe, cum laude. Sierra Cheyenne Phillips. Jeffrey A. Lewis. Caleb Allen Neal, magna cum laude. Caleb Deshawn Levinson, summa cum laude. Christy Marie Lassiter. I can't hear you. Tiana Alize Wofford, cum laude. Eliana Joy Suarez. Mason Douglas Hardaway, cum laude. Rosalia Jacqueline Roush, summa cum laude. Chatelain? Winnie Chatelain Combs, summa cum laude. Samantha Ann Gertis, summa cum laude. Skylar Elizabeth Latham, summa cum laude. Olivia Nicole Sepulveda, magna cum laude. Allison Renee Richmond. Jack K. Munoz. Mackenzie Bonds, cum laude. Ellie Grace Smith. Remy Jean Grace Gashberg. Can't read it. Marilyn Mendoza Bautista. Carson Drew Malone, magna cum laude. Daniel Wade Owens, summa cum laude. Haley E. Snipes, summa cum laude. Lily Bell Lewis. Clayton Neiman. Patricia Ann Boyce. cum laude. Dawn R. Grisham, summa cum laude. Afton Rashay Cope. Logan Elizabeth Scruggs. Lauren R. Parker, cum laude. Cameron Malak Goodar. David Ryan Phillips, cum laude. Erica Stovall. Abby Elizabeth Tomlinson. Jana Leanne Eagle. Angel Desiree Eden. Michaela Brianne Crenshaw. Sasha D. Street. Carrie Donovan Marin. Tabitha Lee Engelmeyer, cum laude. Sarah Joyce Satterfield. Rachel G. Blow. Phoenix R. DeShields. Yeah. Larry D. Job. Patricia Janique Head. Leslie A. Garrett. Kanasha Shanae Lunsford. Judy Lynn Vickers. Berenice Cruz Telles. Caitlin Elizabeth Elliott. Willow Kaylee Hardister, magna cum laude. Autumn S. Hubbard, cum laude. Pamela Carrillo Rangel, summa cum laude. Skylar Combs. Luis E. Espinosa. Ashlyn Rose Carmen, magna cum laude. Kaylin Ann Alexander, summa cum laude. Jennifer Shaw, cum laude. Christopher Reitz. Ryan Anthony Schroeder. Casey Logan Anderson, cum laude. Kelly F. Worley. Ivy Williams. Patricia A. Hawks, cum laude. Caleb Thomas Von Baldwin. Kalela Brianna Oldham. Catherine Elaine Nelson, cum laude. Josie L. David. Lauren R. Block. Brittany A. Carmel, magna cum laude. Kelly Paige Davis. Brittany R. Rosa. Kenley Hope Cadena. Tavis Brooke Imsand, summa cum laude. Savannah Taylor. Sarah Elizabeth Key, summa cum laude. Lydia Lee Winters, summa cum laude. Alexis Inez Jordan, magna cum laude. Natalie M. McFadden. Eliza Radico, summa cum laude. Heather Diane Graves. Ashley Rena Cantrell. Brooke S. Love.
I got you.
Carol Ann Thaler. Joshua Bruner. Amber Nicole Zarnke. McKenna Shea Owens, magna cum laude. Victoria Lee Watson. Zachary Sean Harrison. Ethan M. Underhill, cum laude. Nathan R. Wilkerson Bragg. Kendall Lee Pryor, magna cum laude. Brandon Christopher Randolph, summa cum laude. Alexander S. Allen, summa cum laude. Tracy Danielle Davis, magna cum laude. Martha Ann Vaughn. Iman Kalia Page. Michaela Hope Bennett, magna cum laude. Receiving the Associate of Arts, Sydney Leanne Matern, magna cum laude. Victoria D. Motus, magna cum laude. Leanna Grace Glover, magna cum laude. Emma M. Kara, cum laude. Haley Michelle Jones, cum laude. Violet G. Thorne, summa cum laude. Nicholas J. Plucker. Ana M. Burciaga. Sarah B. Peters, cum laude. Brian T. Lawhead. Ryan Lee Hacker. Joseph Douglas Blake, magna cum laude. Yvonne Sandra Fletcher. Rebecca Lynn Newberry, cum laude. Alexandra Ladosher. Stephanie Nicole Medina, cum laude. Laura Bianca Sandu, magna cum laude. Kaylee Elizabeth Daniels, magna cum laude. Genevieve Faith Corson, cum laude. Receiving the Associate of Fine Arts, Chloe Love Espinosa, magna cum laude. Mia F. Ruffray, summa cum laude. Receiving the Associate of Science in Teaching, Bristol Marie Imsand, magna cum laude. Brandy Ray Kreisman. Dawn Marie Ladoser. Haley N. Woodard. Abby Renee Alberson, summa cum laude. Christopher Trevor Napier, summa cum laude. Congratulations. Alea I. Ashley. I hate that I messed him up. It was close. It was very close.
It's you.
Will all of the candidates please rise? Symbolic of your graduation, please move your tassels from the right side to the left. And now I present to you the graduates of the Volunteer State Community College class of 2022. Congratulations, graduates. You may be seated.
Class of 2022, congratulations. I want us to remember the great milestone reached by each graduate at this moment. In getting to this place, some of you had a straight path, while others overcame great obstacles to make it here today. Regardless of the path, we honor your accomplishments. Graduates, there is a reason we call this ceremony commencement. This is a beginning of a new phase of your life. Some will go on to jobs and careers, some to additional degrees. We trust that all of you will want to be lifelong learners. We challenge you to use your academic knowledge and credentials with wisdom, courage, compassion, high ethical standards, and to serve others as you pursue your own aspirations. Our wish for you is health, happiness, success, and fulfillment in all that you do. We ask that you always remember your alma mater, Volunteer State Community College. Because this is truly a celebration of accomplishments, we invite graduates and everyone in attendance to join for a reception just outside to the left, outside the building to the left, afterwards for food, fun, and fellowship. Please look for the large tent, and I hope to see many of you there. Congratulations again, graduates, to Spring of 2022.
Until all faculty, administration, and special guests have exited the auditorium. Thank you for sharing this with us.